Good evening, traders. Captain Jim James here. I guess we'll do a quick special report in the middle of the night. I know today, for some of you, I know today was hard to navigate. If you're a perma bear, I actually do feel bad for you today. This morning, when I posted the daily brief on Twitter, first couple lines really were talking about and the point that I was trying to make was that volume has fallen off a cliff. In those environments, oftentimes the bulls can take charge and drive the market up. We've seen that happen countless times during holidays. And this past week, or even just starting on Monday, you could see how the market was trading within a pretty tight range. Now, just starting here from the beginning on the 1 year, this trading channel has been respected since May and in previous time periods as well. So you know when to go long and you know when to go short. Now, we can jump above this trading channel here. And we did in 2020 when we started heavy quantitative easing. And then we can also skip periods of pullbacks we have in the past as well. Now, 2019, we did pull back, 2019, we pulled back in August, but we didn't have a pullback in July. So we had skipped July, went straight into August, and we got our pullback. So, June we had a pullback, July no pullback, August we got a pullback. So that's 2 straight months of going straight up. If you're looking at from at least from May until now, we had two big pullbacks in May, one in June, and then one in July. So, both bull and bear viewpoints are on the table to whether we're pulling back right now or not, and how big is that pullback. Now, when we hit all-time highs over here on 723, let's get a little bit closer. When we hit this all-time high right here, it was looking like down the next couple days were looking like we were going to start to do some sort of a pullback. And let me get a little bit closer here. And the original thesis is that we're setting up a bear flag. I apologize for the noise in the background. I've got my youngest daughter with me, and my dog is over here licking his balls. Shh. Felt like coming in my office and cleaning himself late night. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. How it was originally looking. Originally this is very bearish. If you're not really looking at this area here, this chart is looking very bearish coming into this week. Seasonally, we could start a correction at any time. We could start it in August or as late as September. But seasonally, we're coming into that time, and this was shaping up to be very bearish. And selling these tops is the right thing to be doing here. Now, there are some market internals that are complicating this issue right now. So in those posts I was talking about, how long does it take for us to go sideways before we correct? We can go 7 to 9 days in that process. And this would be the start of that process somewhere in here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would put us, and 9 would put us on Friday for unemployment news. Now, there are some things that we have to consider about that unemployment news. First, the Fed knows right now what's in that unemployment news. We've got the infrastructure bill that is being used just like past events. They'll pump and dump infrastructure and juice it, both Republicans and Democrats, as long as they can. They could use that right up until wintertime if they wanted to. And the same goes with the eviction moratorium. Today they came out and talked about eviction moratorium again. They talked about the infrastructure deal again. And this is all intended to pump the markets up when it's about to fail. Now, the Fed, whether you want to believe it or not, is probably buying equities in the ETF markets. They're probably buying equities in hedge stocks like Amazon and Apple, and they are showing up to the bond market. Whether they admit it or they give you the correct numbers or not, that is what's taking place. Now, the 10-year bond tapped yesterday, a bottom, and then tapped again today. So that was 2 taps in the bond market. And anyone that knows anything about the bond market knows that if it's looking for that second or third tap can lead to a breakdown of our market, our whole entire market. It's very, very dangerous. And the Fed did something today that is not unprecedented, but highly unusual. It's not like Jerome Powell coming out and holding a speech or something, or saying something or making a statement at the FOMC. We hit that number that I posted earlier this morning. I think I posted it at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and that was that 436.10 number. That really was the number of no return this afternoon. If we broke that number today, we would have been facing a correction that could progress into something uncontrollable. And I know that some bears know this. I know that some of the Crayon Gang knows this, and I know some of the bond guys know this. How critical it was not to break that number today. Now, how it aligned with the 10-year being down as much as it was today also had an impact, as well as other countries' economies failing and currency failures. So there are some mechanics on a world stage, on a macro level, where the Fed showed its cards today. And the Fed showing its cards today was not good for the markets in general. They tipped their hand. And there's something else I just want to show you real quick. You can see that we came up here, we touched all-time highs, and we tapped support here to look below. We didn't get it. We came back up here, and we met some resistance at another all-time high. But we did come back down in a low liquidity environment to tap once more. We did this on the 19th of June and got away with it. Now, the bond market wasn't that scary on the 19th of June. And we have a low volume week. We have everybody on vacation. You might not know that. People are on vacation right now. You might see it in the Senate, but it's not just the Senate. People are getting away for the end of summer that have worked all summer long. But we had this one more tap right down here this morning. I thought this might take place later in the day. I thought we might creep up and then bounce back down. I figured that whoever those hedge funds are that are trying to drop this market, or the banks that are trying to drop this market, would try to sneak it in overnight instead of at the open today. If they snuck it in at the close today, there was a fair chance that they would have won through at nighttime. But they did it right at the open. Now, this right here, this upper resistance, this lower support is bearish. You can say whatever you want. That's what it is. But today we formed, even if it's only temporary, a bullish look, and that is right down inside of here. Someone was asking on Twitter a few moments ago to put the 2 charts together, and so I will do that for you. So, we'll put one right here. And you can see, even if it's only temporary, that we now have a bull flag forming on the SPY and on ES. And this chart works for both, right? For what we're talking about, this chart works for ES and the SPY. Now, this does set up us tomorrow to either jump up right here in the pre-market and gap straight up. This also sets up for us to fall towards pre-market, but catch a bounce and gap straight up, even if it's only for Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday. Now, this could also be manufactured so that if, let's say, the Fed knows our unemployment numbers are going to be really bad coming into Friday, they have no problem pumping this market. They could send it to 445 and then we could come crashing down Friday, Saturday, Sunday into Monday, let's say, over here, and the damage wouldn't be too bad. We would stop somewhere in this 4:30. Well, yeah, that's I think the ninth. No, the 10th. No, wait a minute. Let's take a look at that. I think that the ninth is Monday, right? Yeah. So the ninth is on Monday here, and the correction wouldn't be so bad if we were way up here. So in the short term, from now until Friday, I have to once again. I mean, the way this market's going right now and where we're located, this is a day by day kind of a thing. I am bullish in the short term from this point forward until Friday. We could fall off, and it is risky to be bullish here for sure. The overall trend still holds, but I did also mention this morning that we could go sideways for some time. We could go sideways to Friday. We could go sideways until earnings season is over and do this slow correction over time. So I guess if you're a bear, you're definitely looking to be playing some sort of theta strategy, some sort of protected put strategy, or protected short strategy where you're not even getting involved in options. You're just selling every rip and running them down each time they come down. If you're a bull, you're just day trading. That's really what you're doing. If you're a bull, is you're day trading options in this market. I don't know what else to say about this right now. I'll have a full daily brief for the morning, but as of right now, this has changed. And, the last thing I will say about this is that the Fed showed their cards this morning, and if you are a bear, that was not good. This gives some free rein to bulls, and for the market to want to go up. The path of least resistance is where it's always going. And it also involves more buyers, more sellers. But if the resistance is down here right now and it's firm, if we got that ricochet this morning, the market is definitely telling you, whether you like it or not, that we're supposed to be going up here. So keep that in mind. Now, futures right now I think are down slightly, but that still fits that bullish narrative. When we're down slightly in the overnights, that's usually a sign that the next day, not usually, but like 7 out of 10 times, if we're down slightly and it doesn't escalate, if we don't escalate where we're below, even as low as 436 by morning, I mean, that's pretty low. You're going to need like a couple percentage points down in the overnight to be looking bearish. The market is going to be looking to go up in the next coming 2 days, and Thursdays Tuesdays are usually a down day. So this was turnaround Tuesday today, and I expect us to continue to go up now. At least Wednesday. Thursdays can be down sometimes, but I'm turning temporarily for just for a little bit bullish here. If you disagree with that, let me know. I'm sure that there are a lot of people that call these things that are either on the fence, waiting for more information before they release videos, or they're going to talk out of both sides of their mouth so they don't get caught in this. I have no problem telling you, I don't get paid for anything. So I'll tell you right now, switch back to bullish for the day. Like tomorrow, unless something material changes, the market is telling you that it's going up. That's important to know. And that's my call. My call is no lower tomorrow than 436. I do expect some sort of a jump up on this new resistance into open. If you see the open somewhere around here, this 441 number tomorrow at open, it's going to want to rocket without a doubt. I hope this helps for tonight until I put the morning video out. Today was a wild day. It was a blast to watch and partake in. So I'll see you all in the morning for another wild day in a low volume market.